good afternoon, good morning here in my location. So my name is Luella. I'm one of the founders of ViroLexi. Our mission is to develop a safe, clinically effective, and cost-effective RSV therapy. So like most children, this child suffers from what is called respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV. It is a common virus that causes an infection of the respiratory tract. It infects 90% of children within the first 2 years of life and frequently reinfects older children and adults. It usually presents mild and cold-like symptoms. However, for some infants, like this child here who was born premature, as well as elderly and adults with chronic heart or lung disease, this may lead to serious illness such as bronchiolitis and pneumonia, and can lead to serious complications such as breathing problems and death. In a typical year, pre-COVID year, so it affects 64 million people, leading to 160,000 deaths. And in children less than 5 years of age, it leads to 3 million hospitalizations. In the US alone, it leads to 58,000 hospitalization in children less than 5 years of age and 177,000 hospitalization in adults. The cost of hospitalization is very high, with a PICO admission in per patient costs range from 35,000 to 89,000. The problem is there's not yet an effective drug suitable for routine use against RSV. There is a mainstay treatment, which is a supportive care, as well as hospitalization, which includes supplemental fluids and respiratory support. And during hospitalization, treatment modalities are also used. However, it has limitations. The ribavirin, the only approved antiviral drug for RSV, is only for life-threatening infection. And not, other than that, its efficacy are not broad, not reproducible. It is expensive, limited to high-risk population, not applicable for routine use, and with adverse side effects or potential toxicity. Our solution is the small molecule rostaferoxin, which effectively inhibits RSV infection in respiratory epithelial cells. It has a strongest inhibitory effect at an early stage of infection, and it has shown a favorable safety profile. It has undergone phase 2 clinical trial as an antihypertensive agent, so it was shown to have no adverse effect in healthy humans. At the cellular entry, RSV triggers the activation of ATP1A1, the host protein essential for the successful entry of RSV to respiratory epithelial cells. Rostaferoxin specifically binds to this ATP1A1, thereby blocking the steps leading to virus entry. ATP1A1 is not only required by RSV, but also recently reported in coronaviruses such as SARS-CoV-2, MERS-CoV, and Zika virus. In terms of competition, we have competitive advantages over the market-approved drug, as well as the phase 2 drugs under phase 2 trials. In terms of these drugs in phase 2 trials, our advantage is that our drug targets the host protein ATP1A1 rather than the viral protein, and these advantages include high barrier to resistance, broad coverage of different genotypes, serotypes, and even multiple viruses. The global RSV therapeutics market is growing, which is expected to reach 4 billion by 2027. And our total addressable market in the US is about 2.1 million. For the development of this drug, we will license the technology and from NIH and collaborate with NIH. And this the patent of this drug will expire in 2038. We plan to conduct preclinical studies to develop a proof of concept, and then proceed with the clinical development, first in adult population and pediatric population. We also hope to attract large pharma companies at phase 2 and phase 3 at the end of phase 3 trials, or otherwise proceed with the development until approval. So that would include our business model, like in licensing or out licensing with the to a pharma company, wherein we can receive an upfront fee and royalties, and we will use the revenue for developing other drugs for infectious diseases. So our team is composed of myself, Sinead, our pediatrician, Arvin, and Alayla. So we are researchers and clinician with interdisciplinary background in virus research, pharmaceutical science, drug discovery and development. Sinead is a founder of another startup in already in the clinical development. And we are mentored and advised by entrepreneurs who have solid experience in technology, innovation, business development, and strategic marketing. So we asked for a capital raise of 1 million, mainly for startup foundation and preclinical studies. And if all goes well, if the drug will be approved by 2031, we expect to have a high revenue within the patent period. So we hope you can join us in our fight against RSV infection and make it possible for young children to make it out of childhood and live their lives to the fullest. Thank you.
That's a fantastic presentation.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Yes.
Absolutely. Does anyone have any questions?
Feel free to speak up. I do see a hand raised. Or of course, take advantage of that chat box. I know we're all tired, but Luella, what time is it where you are?
It's 6:30. Yes, 6:34 to be exact.
So
you've been up all night, right?
Yeah. Interesting presentations.
You're good.
So Luella, maybe could you repeat one more time what you're looking for and what you're going to be able to do with what you're looking for? How much money you're raising and what you're going to do with it?
We plan to raise. Sorry, can you see the slide? I cannot see it.
No, we can't. We see your mountains. We see the mountains again.
Mountains again. Okay, let me share. So yeah, we seek a capital raise of 1 million, mainly for preclinical studies and startup foundation, and as well as a team salary, human capital.
And so how long will that take you?
12 to 18 months.
Okay.
Hopefully,
and
if everything goes.
And so then you're thinking you're going to get pre-IND at that time?
Yes, hopefully, yes.
So will you get
That's our aim.
Okay, so you'll get through your IND with this million?
Yes.
Okay.
Within this period, so hopefully by 2023,
okay.
We're gonna start phase 1.
Okay.
And just to add, Rosemary, on what Loyola said, that since this molecule has been approved by FDA or in clinical trials for other indications, that's why our burnout rate is only we are asking for the 18 months, because our path to IND will be much faster and we'll be able to execute, because the safety has been already proven. We need to establish the efficacy. So from the preclinical, we will be able to crunch some time and then directly do the phase 1, phase 2A. So that's why our route will be much faster as compared to other molecules which are in phase 2 currently.
Does the question make sense?
Yeah.
I was just answering.
She is part of our team, a new member of our team.
So Rosemary, I was just adding on top of what Loyola said, that that the reason we are asking only for the 18 months, because we are sure that our Part 2 IND will be much faster as compared to other NCE molecules.
Okay, I see.